So today's video is like 13 minutes about the video process, like the new format that I found, and we're waiting in the airport. The new format that I found that works with working with the video editors, and just some other solutions that I found. So if you're curious about outsourcing video to the Philippines and you want some ideas and to know how I did it, then go ahead and watch the video. If you're not interested, then this video is probably not for you. Thank you very much. Hello. So I wanted to give an update on the whole YouTube process and getting new video editors in line. And I did something this time that worked so much better to find video editing help than the first go around. So let me explain. The first time what I did is I put out an ad for video editor. I got a bunch of people to submit applications, tons. I had to like rifle through their portfolios and see their things, and it all looked great. And then what happened is I for the people that were good, I would request to talk to them on video message on Skype. And then half the time I was like, oh, I just don't think I could communicate with this person. They didn't seem like I'd work very well with them, or, you know, I just didn't get a good vibe. So that was it. And then when I did work with people, I had them do a sample video that I paid them for. And I got like 7 different videos, and the quality was quite different. There was a big difference of quality. I think that was episode like, and I'll go back and look, but it's like episode maybe 20 through 25 were these different video editors in that range, you know, 15 to 30. Sorry, that's broad. And it wasn't a very good experience. Like a lot of them I'm like, wow, I will not use you again. And then I found a really good guy, and I used him for like 6 weeks, and I was running into issues because I only had one person. Sometimes he'd get behind, sometimes he just wouldn't respond. Man, he was so good, but we didn't really communicate well, and I put pressure on people. It's like I needed a certain thing done, and it was just too much for him. So here's what I did the second time. I put the ad out, and I basically took one of my raw files, and I said, if you'd like to apply for the position, add me on Skype. That's key 1. Add me on Skype, and then I'll send you a video folder with an intro and with my video, and just give me a test edit. Give me like a 1-minute edit. I had 30 people add me on Skype, and of those, about 14 did the test edit. 6 of them did a whole test edit, like they edited the whole video. And of those 15, 16 people, there were probably 13 that actually did quite good. And some of them, they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to. Some people said, should I edit the video? Should I do a test? I don't know if I want to do a test. And I said, look, here's what other people are submitting as their test results. I made a folder with a couple samples of what people had submitted, so they could go and look to see if they feel like they could do better. And some of them very confidently said, oh, I can do better than that. So at the end of the day, that worked better. I got 13 people who told me they, or basically showed me their work and that were awesome. And that was amazing, because before I was working with one guy and I kind of felt beholden to that. And when I lost him, I had to scramble for several days and put up unedited videos, which is fine because I really wanted to show the journey of what I'm doing. But here's another thing that I did that I thought was really great, is after they submitted the video and I thought it looked good, I created a Google form, like a Google Sheet, where in this form I asked questions. What's your name? What do you want out of a job? How many hours a week can you work? What do you pay per week? Would you be willing to work, 4 to 8 hours and do like a video edit a week? Not part-time, not full-time. And from that, I got 13 of these people. Once they submitted a video, so the workflow was, they raise their hand, I'd like to work for you. And then I send them a test video, they edit it, they send it back. If I like that test video, and half the people I sent the test video to, half the people edited one for me. If I liked that test video, and I liked 2/3 of them, if I liked the test video, then I would send them this form to fill out. And now I have a sheet that they've been maintained, that they all created with all their contact information. So it's much more efficient than how I did it before. And now, like in the last 2 weeks, I've had 4 different people edit videos, and that has been so helpful. So if you're looking to develop some talent in the Philippines and get people to work with, I think you could use the same thing. Don't give them like a big test task that takes a lot of time, but they can, if you basically, what you need to do is just create whatever kind of video you want, give them some footage that has the elements of what you're looking for to see how they do with the job, and then let them submit that test. I used onlinejobs.ph, and now I've got 13 video editors that can work for me when I have a need. And what's been awesome is, like, one of them worked for me for 10 days, and then they're like, hey, I need to take off for a week. That's fine, because I already have other help. So it puts less pressure on some of these freelance people too. What else? Some of them, like, I sent a video to one of the people and they just didn't get back to me. They were so proactive in getting me a good test video and everything else, in submitting that. They gave me their information, and then I messaged them and they didn't respond for 5 days. So I could easily go to my person 2, 3, 4 and have them edit the video. And I'm storing all of this in Google Drive. It's been super helpful. So if you're looking to make videos, hopefully that's helpful for you. And I will see you on my next video. Yep, this is just a little update, and I hope it's helpful. We'll see ya. Bye. Oh, so another little piece of drama from the video editing and a new solution I have to solve it. So with my last editor, he was doing all of the video, and by the time he was done, and we kind of ended that because I was like, look, I'm gonna need like a week break because you're not being responsive and we're having some communication issues. Let's just take a break for a week. And he basically just said, look, let's just break forever. Let's be done. I don't really love working for you anyways. Which kind of hurt my, it could have potentially hurt my feelings, but I was okay. I anchored into my true value. So, but it was an interesting experience. So anyways, this guy, I still owed him $300, and he hasn't been super responsive. So I said, hey, look, can you please send me the files before I send payment? And he's like, nope, send the payment first. It's like, well, hey, how about I send half the payment, then you send the files? I didn't really have a high degree of trust in him to do that. So what happened is he basically just said, look, I'm not gonna send the files. You can just keep the money and have your new video start all over, your video editor start all over. And in my mind, I'm thinking, gosh, really? How are you benefiting from that? And also, I'm probably gonna redo all the files anyways, which I've since done. But this is basically 2 weeks of income for this person, and it's $300 for me. And so not really, just not a big, $300 is $300. I'll take $300 any day. But it meant tons more for this person. And he was really just letting his pride get in the way, which is cool, fine, but he wasn't hurting me by doing that. It didn't hurt me at all by him keeping that. So I basically just told him, and this was all over Skype, I said, look, are you really sure? Because to be honest, I'd rather keep my $300 than trade you for the files. So that's okay. Yeah, I'm sure $300 isn't even that much. Good luck. And I'm like, okay. So I could tell, I think he was tired and he was in a bad mood and it was fine. And I said, are you sure this is your decision? And he said, yes, totally. So I said, because I kept trying to give him these outs, I told him, I said, look, dude, I'm not going to keep messing with you, but you have one more day. You tell me on Friday, if you want to give me the files, I'll pay you the money. But after Friday's done, this chapter is closed and we're done, and I'll just assume you keep the files and I keep the money. That's totally cool. the next day, I get on Skype and I see that he had shared a Dropbox folder with me. So, and then I paid him, then I PayPal'd him the 300 bucks. But it was just funny and interesting. So what did that teach me? You know, it really taught me that I give, and honestly, this is just a flaw of mine. I let people in too close, and I'm gonna get to the real point of what it taught me, of what I'm changing. But I let people in too close, and I treat people like best buddies and friends, and I kind of, maybe I'm just too clingy or something. But I really like to trust people and have, you know, involved, engaged relationships. So I gave him too much power, and he figured that he could like wield that over me, where I'm like, dude, no, I don't really care. It's easy for me to go find 10 other editors. I'm fine. Don't send me the files. What, my YouTube channel? I'm gonna have crappy videos for a few days? I don't care, you know? But he thought that he had more power over me, where he really didn't. But what it taught me is, with any of the video editors, I don't want to become super reliant in any one way so quickly with people. I'd love to build long-term relationships with people that I can trust. But so what I'm changing this time is I created a video assets folder that everyone adds to as we make new intros or cool new transitions or any of these things that from video editors that where I'm paying people to do work for me, and I'm paying for these video assets. Any of it, I'm having them put it all in a shared folder. And in that shared folder, anytime I have a new video editor that adds to it, I say, look, use all of these assets. Here's how we make transitions. Here's how we add text. Here's what the thumbnail image is. Here's our intro video. Here's the animation of my name going onto the screen, of the bell, of the subscribe to Venture Anyway. Here's the end screen, like, comment, subscribe. All these different assets that we're having designed, I'm putting them in a folder. So each new video editor I bring on, they can kind of stand on the shoulders of the other people to make videos better. So when my person says, hey, Dale, I'm gone next week, I can't edit any videos, and this is like, you know, with 2 days notice, usually I'd be like, wait, so like what? We can't edit any videos? That would have been last month. But now I'm like, great, that's fine. I'll contact a few more people on my list and they can edit videos. So it's pretty cool how it works. And I'm really happy about this part of the process. So I made a video, and this is super embarrassing, but 2 months ago, I made a video about like how to outsource to people in the Philippines. Just saying, here's what I've learned thus far. And man, I was pretty clueless. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. And I'm sure that this video is going to get dated and old and whatever. But these are the things, you know, based on where I am right now, that have really helped me in the last few months, specifically around organizing my video editing process. So there you have it, and we'll talk to you later.